Hi guys, this is Leffen. I'm here with TSM to do a video on my top 5 career moments. This isn't necessarily, like top 5 biggest wins, most prize money, but rather 5 moments that I really felt were important to me and that I really want to talk about. So it's basically going to be me, nerding out, talking about what went through my head, why did I do this, what was the story around this, how did I feel after, what did I do in my career, and so on. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. All right, so GOML 2016 it's a long story, right? In 2015, I had the best year, tournament-wise. I won my first American major, and not only that, but I won 3 back-to-back. Ended up underperforming at EVO, but then came back and won HCC Throwdown. It was a very interesting year, right? Because towards the end of it, I started running into V-state issues, and that was kind of the story, right? Like I was the best, and then I run into these problems, kind of out of my control, not able to play for a long time. And at that point, it was, I was very low, not like in life in general, but I was pretty, I was not quite depressed, but I was, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where I was gonna go. Will I ever get to compete again? Is this just the end? What ended up happening, right, was GOML 2016 is in Canada, and that's the main thing. I was, not banned, but I wasn't allowed to go to the US until I got a visa, but I was still able to go to Canada. So I ended up going to an early tournament, EGLX, where I actually underperformed, got 7th, losing to Samus, one of my demons.
Clean. Oh, I thought he was gonna shoot! Oh!
I stayed in Canada from that moment, I think 3 more weeks, and just practice and practice. Like, I hadn't been able to travel, so I hadn't been able to practice. And it was this kind of crazy boot camp where I was coming back. This was my chance to redeem myself, come back strong. No one really believed in me after the underperformance at EGLX. And I practiced for 3 weeks straight. And earlier in this tournament, it started off, I was low seed, which means I have to run into a lot of people. I beat the Moon in a rough Marth matchup. I ended up beating King, ran into Armada, beat him, and then beat HungryBox in the winter finals. And so the reason why this run is remembered, as one of the best runs, right, in Smash is not necessarily because it was the biggest tournament, because it wasn't as massive, but all the top players were there, and my specific run was beating each one out of the, top players, the top 5 or the top 6 at the time. So it was through King.
Dash attack! Yo! What? Oh, is that it? Yo! Oh!
Through Armada.
What a wave dash back. Oh, Armada went kind of all in with that edge guard. Shot that shield. Adam shield! Is that it? Yes, it is! Wow!
Through HungryBox.
Almost. Oh, back throw could be the give. Yes, he goes out there. This should be it. But he shot! He shot! He shot! I don't think he has jumps! He doesn't have jumps!
Leffen with the clutchest play!
And then in the finals against Mango, who was making a pretty incredible loose run as well. One of his very common ones. And that's always what I said, like, one of the scariest things to do, right, is to face Mango at the end of one of his crazy loser runs, because he keeps getting better and better and better. And yeah, for me, this tournament, it just meant a lot because it's, I was sitting at home in Sweden, not knowing my future, not knowing what would happen, what would I do, would I get a different job, could I even compete now had I lost it? So honestly, this, it's Fox Falco. It's an incredibly diverse matchup. I could make a whole video just talking about this specific matchup or my rivalry with Mango. But for me, the real thing in this is just I played really good, kept it very together, and it's not really so much this match, but the whole story, right, of how did I play this entire tournament. I was able to keep it together, not only against Mango, but against King, Armada, HBox, all these different matchups, all amazing opponents. All right, so the only thing that really of note was that I won twice here with Fox. Mango ended up winning game 3, and I counterpicked him to Final Destination. Now, this is a stage that I've actually kind of made my own. It wasn't ever really seen as a Fox stage, that Fox was favored in terms of fighting against Falco, but I had gotten really, really good at the chain grab, kind of made that stage my own. And what ended up happening was that I said to Mango, I'm going Final Destination. He says, well, I'm going Marth. Marth It's a character the manga dabbled with a little bit, but it's mostly known because Marth destroys Fox on FD. So he kind of countered my counterpick with his own counterpick of character and starts off here with an insane 0 to death. You know, hits me once, ends up killing me for it. And that's when I knew that, like, all right, this is not just, you know, a Marth as a last desperation. This is like, you know, he's ready. But yeah, eventually I play really, really good. Make a big turnaround here. It's actually just kind of a funny tidbit. Like, in general, I haven't actually watched most of these sets that many times. It's actually only the first one, like the number 1 spot, that I've actually watched several times, because I have this I don't know if it's actually legit. I like to watch my losses a lot more, because I don't like in my head I'm like paranoid over getting complacent. If I keep seeing, oh my god, I won Evo, oh my god, I won GOML, this was amazing, I played so good, will I like stop wanting the next win? So in general, I've actually tried to keep myself from watching these matches over and over again. So me watching this match, you know, I do not remember the stock count. I know a lot of people that they won tournaments and they've watched that one set over and over again, and I just, no. I specifically try to not do it. I do remember what it felt like to win, so I guess that's the important part. I think I can rewatch and, you know, pat myself on the back for these wins a bit more when I'm retired, when I've stopped competing. But I think for now, that's just been my mentality that, you know, I'm gonna try to win more instead of experience the same ones more. But yeah, I end up clutching it here, get the win. I was extremely happy. It was one of those same things where, like, I couldn't really believe the story and like the things that happened. I remember, you know, there was a part of a documentary, and everyone told me that, like, if this was a live action movie, people wouldn't believe that it was based on a true story. That's how people told me that they experienced this tournament. And I was like, yeah, you know, it's a little bit too good to be true. And yeah, it was probably my best run in terms of tournament performance. Just the amount of people I beat back to back to back was really, really amazing. So it will definitely be one that I'll remember for a long time. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then I'm sure you're interested in knowing what other moments I chose for my top 5. So yeah, keep an eye out for the next episode in the series. This is episode 3, so we're more than halfway through the series now. If you enjoyed this video but haven't seen the rest, then just click on the TSM YouTube channel and you'll find them right there.